Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. John Stewart, 116, 112. Tom Schreck, 117, 111. John Potteray, 116, 112. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you have witnessed history. The winner by unanimous decision, the Fighting Pride of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and no IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins.
It feels good, man. And you know, it really, and I'm not downplaying it. It feels real good. But when you train and you work hard and you understand that you have, like they say, big fish to fry, that I'm on a something else mission, but I had to get this complete this way to be able to at least have people listen to me that I need to talk to. You understand? Like, I have a different way of expressing my enjoyment. You know what my enjoyment is? My enjoyment is I'm in the ring talking to Richard about what we got to plan and what I got on my mind, without getting into the details. The average guy would have been jumping on the ropes, which I show people the things, but I'm thinking 9 different things in my mind, and 90% of it is business. Now, that's planning ahead, but that's how I think. I'm not caught up in the moment. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I've been blessed to come out of here with no cuts. They're 48. Now, I only keep, listen, y'all, when I keep mentioning 48, y'all might get tired of it. And I'm not talking about 48 hours on TV. When I talk about 48, I don't want nobody to downplay, in this day and time that we live in, that a 48-year-old guy who's doing it clean, who's winning these fights with really no problem, is unheard of almost, because I did it. And it needed to be talked about, but I'd rather for somebody else to do it. And that's the movement I'm starting, because if I do it, it seems like I'm bragging, and it would turn off more people. But if you got people that's on the same page and see what you're doing, and they don't got no other interference in their mind on why they should or shouldn't do it, then they be like, yo, man, yeah, we gotta, you know what? This is something big. Tonight was better because I'm older. Tonight it was better as I'm older. And Jean Pascal fight was a little closer. It was a little rougher because his style was a lot more difficult to fight than Cloud. Cloud, strong, dimensional type, know what he's going to do, not as fast as Jean Pascal. So it's totally different. But this one, because I'm older, and you know, 2 years, well, you know, whatever, it's more gratifying because I'm older, because I know that being 48 and doing it at 48, but doing it at 46 is impressive, but then doing it at 48 is even impressive. So I'm being older. Being older. Time, I kept my right hand up, I kept my chin down, and I used my arms for blocking and countering at the same time. That was very important, that I show my reflexes as an older fighter, being able to use the reflexes of countering. To counter a guy, you have to not only be in position, but you have to have the reflexes to be able to make him pay once you make him miss. Very often, an older fighter can accomplish that often, you know, more than one time. So I trained like that in the gym with Nazim because we knew this guy's style. We knew a figure of speech. If a burglar's coming to your house, he's gonna, if he call you and tell you he's coming, you're gonna wait for him. And you're gonna make sure you be in a big chair with a big gun, and when he comes to the door, you're gonna get him. And so I knew he was coming in because that was the thing. You put pressure on Bernard, you out-hustle him, and you win a decision. He's gonna throw 1 or 2 punches, and he's gonna grab and hold. So we train different than what we normally would do. And that was a good strategy Nazim and I came up with. And I was the executioner when I showed up at the press conference. I didn't give Kelly or Richard a heads up to where I was coming.
No idea.
And they had, because I said that because the way they looked, they was like basically stunned because I hadn't spoke to anybody.
Yeah, he wanted to introduce the executioner and then Richardson tells me, well, have you ever heard an executioner talk? It's not.
And you know what? People were saying to Nazim, that wasn't me. And first it was me, but I wanted to get into that frame of mind. And I wanted to go back to not juggling two things. One is, being on the East Coast, being Golden Boy promotion, being a partner. Even though I've juggled it for pretty good, over 6 years, I believe, the existence of Golden Boy promotion. I really had to go back to being, some ain't gonna like it, that attitude, Richard. And Richard understands, and Kelly, even though she'll argue at me, but she really understands, he's in his zone, he's this and he's that. Not that you gotta bite people's head off or anything like that, or verbally abuse somebody, but that execute, even though I did a couple. But I wanted to admit that, and I did. But I had to bring that back out. I had to bring that back out. Seriously, I had to, and that person is not sitting here today. Seriously, that person, some people get diagnosed as having bipolar. But that's, and I'm not making fun of bipolar, I'm just saying, the executioner Bernard Hopkins is not the same people. I'm telling y'all. Y'all talking to Bernard Hopkins, the executioner, I don't even like him. No, seriously, the executioner don't care about nobody. He comes in, he got a job, he execute and he leave. And he don't talk. Whenever time you say the executioner talk. So, I went to the press conference with that mentality. And being a talker.
Wouldn't even talk to me.
Being a pretty good talker, everybody was like, wait a minute. I handled the show, Nazim. And we planned all this. We talked about it in my suite. How I was going to do it, and how Nazim was going to introduce those two people. And if y'all paying attention, which most of y'all wasn't, you understand why I stood up when he called Nazim and never sat back down. And then when he called me, Nazim said, the executioner is here. Bernard be here Friday or Saturday morning before the fights. And we left the building. But that's the mind I have to be in, Dan, from here until I retire. Seriously, you're going to see the executioner, whoever I fight and defend or not defend the title.